All right, so these are the 3 tasks that you need to complete using your motor, your color sensor, your sensor, and yeah, that's all you're gonna need. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is get your motor to continuously turn on for 2 seconds after the touch sensor is pressed. So that's using a loop. So when you get into the LEGO Mindstorm software, there's all of these different options. You've got green, which shows like your medium and large motors and steering and your display. And then this orange one is the one that I need to explain to you. The orange tab has a loop. What a loop means is that it's going to be unlimited. So you want to make sure that this is on unlimited. There's these other controls that you could experiment with if you wanted to, but you want to keep it unlimited. Another thing you want to keep in mind is a switch block. What a switch block tells you is that you want to turn this on. This says touch sensor, or you could do color sensor. Touch sensor means when the touch sensor is pressed, what do you want it to do? This check mark is what you want it to do. So do you want your large motor to turn on? Do you want it to turn on for seconds? And then when it's not being pressed, what do you want it to do? Do you want the motor off? Do you want the motor on? And then you always want to test it to make sure that it's working. So the loop means that it's continuous though. So actually what you can do is drag switches inside of loops. And when you do that, what you're saying is that you want it to, when you press play, what you're saying is that I want the touch sensor to read. If it's being pressed, it's going to do this. And if it's not being pressed, it's going to do this. And it's going to repeat over and over and over again. So you have to decide which code is going to make these 3 things work. After you get you press the touch sensor, your motor turns on for 2 seconds, you're going to move on to the second one, where the motor's on continuously. But when you press the touch sensor, it stops. The third one is using the color sensor. So when your color sensor detects black, the motor is going to run really fast. And then when the motor detects, or the color sensor detects yellow, it's going to run really slow at a power of 5. Each time you do this, you need to take a screenshot. A screenshot is Command-Shift-4 of your program. So let's say, for example, that this was my program. Uh-oh. How do I get rid of that? Oh, there we go. So let's say this is my program. I'm going to do Command-Shift-4, and then I'm going to screenshot this program and upload that picture into Google Classroom. And then you also need to take a video of your motor working, doing the right thing. So once you get these 3 things done, and I've approved all 3 of those things, then you can go ahead and build your robot. And the next activity we're going to do after we get our robots built is sumo bots. So you want to make sure that you are asking questions or figuring out how to get this done.